We begin in Nigeria and growing concerns over elections next year. A split has been reported within the ruling All Progressives Congress Party. The rift is seen as a threat to President Muhammadu Buhari's bid for a second term. The breakaway faction is known as the Reformed APC and is led by a former ally of the president. It'll likely join forces with the opposition ahead of the elections scheduled for February. Nigeria has been plagued by security challenges in recent months, with militancy and communal violence threatening stability. Well, let's get you more on that story. I'm joined from Abuja by our correspondent, Phil Ehaza. Phil, can you give us more details on this split within Nigeria's ruling All Progressives Congress Party?
Thank you, Karen. Well, yes, we can confirm that there is a split in the ruling party, the APC, the All Progressives Congress Party of the current President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, this split actually was caused by, or was led by, an ally of the president, a former national secretary of the CPC, the Congress of Progressive Change Party, which was a platform for the former military ruler, President Muhammadu Buhari, back in 2011 during the elections. Now, he has already gone ahead to constitute a proper organization of the party. There's been, several issues coming up already about, what this party wants. They are claiming that there has been a gross incompetence from the current administration and failure to keep the promises, and that's the current situation ongoing right now as we speak.
And Phil, how much of a concern do you think this is to President Buhari's administration ahead of the elections?
Well, Karen, it definitely is a major concern to the president. As we speak, the president has called for an emergency meeting right at the Aso Rock Villa, which is the home of the president and, of course, his official residence. He is meeting currently with northern governors of the APC party, the ruling party. Another concern is the fact that the national chairman, the new national chairman, a former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshomole, has already responded to this split, and he has apologized or called for patience in his leadership among the aggrieved members. He's also asking for time for them to make up for whatever errors that must have aggrieved them. Another thing that we must look at is the fact that this party is very organized. They have, people, officials in all the wards of the country, the 774 local governments of the country and the 36 states and the federal capital. They already have officials in all of those positions. So it means that this must have been a long-term plan for them to leave the party. One other thing we must look at is the fact that currently, as it stands in the upper chambers of the National Assembly, the Senate, the PDP already now has the majority of members in the House with 39, people in the House. And then the APC, which is the Reformed All Progressives Party, has 26 members. And then the ruling party, which is a dramatic turnaround, has 24. Of course, still some threats of some of the members leaving the party. And then the APGA, the All Progressives Grand Alliance Party, with just 2. So all of this definitely poses concerns for the president as towards the election, the forthcoming elections in 2019. Karen?
And Phil, how have Nigerians been reacting to these upheavals in the ruling party?
Well, Karen, thank you. Well, there's been, outcry from activists, Nigerians who majorly are activists as to the the wranglings, the internal wranglings and upheavals in the party, the APC party, from court cases to ballot snatching to thuggeries at congresses and conventions, which they say has been a major distraction to issues, key issues that affect the Nigerian people. We're talking about security issues, the killings in the north, the economic situations in the country. They believe that without all of this wranglings, I mean, the administration should have been able to cater or tackle some of these issues. This is the reaction that we can say the Nigerians majorly have at this point.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That was Phil Ihaza there in Abuja on the split in the ruling party.